Well, good evening, everyone, and thanks for coming out. Tonight we're having the 7th and 8th grade band concert. The title and the theme tonight was supposed to be Places in America, and I thought we would have Spirit of the Heartland. There's very few marches that are being written lately. It's kind of a dying art, and I came across this piece called Spirit of the Heartland, and I thought, well, what a great idea to kind of talk about our part of America. And so I came across this piece, and I thought it was a real wonderful piece, and so we bought it. And this is the only time throughout the year, or any year for that matter, that the students have the opportunity to pick Disney music. I'm not a big fan of doing Aladdin and all that kind of stuff, but they really enjoy it. And so this is their opportunity. They can pick anything they want, as long as it's in the library or it's something that, if I have to buy it, it's something I'd like to do too. And so they came up with, through many votes and airing of pieces, we came up with Pirates of the Caribbean. And this is a challenging piece. It's over 240 measures long, so there's a lot of music. It goes through a lot of the themes that you've heard of the movie. And we're going to do Pirates of the Caribbean. And I'll do it without a pencil in my ear or keys in my pocket. had to work on it more by themselves, and I haven't had a lot of time working on them. So, I'm out, wasting any more time. As they seem to be ready, let's listen to this saxophone part. In a public performance like this since this year's juniors were in 8th grade. We had a small class that year, and there were only 2 clarinet players. And I was just starting to dabble in composing, and so I thought it would be fun to write a clarinet trio. And since there was only 2 of them, I had to play the third. And besides, they asked me to be, they didn't want to come up and do it by themselves. So I came up with this. And so I haven't performed a wind instrument on a concert like this for a while.
And now, us 8th graders have a song to dedicate to you. And Libby Marcus will be conducting it.
And now we have another gift for you.
Okay.
We made a poster.
Thank you.
Remember the song?
Yeah, I can remember the song. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, well now it's my turn to talk, and I'll try and keep from being long-winded. I do have a tendency that once I have a captive audience, I tend to ramble on. But there's a couple things I'd like to talk about this group, not only just the 8th grade, but the 7th and 8th grade together, and that is, this is the second year we've done band like this, where the 7th and 8th graders are combined. Up until this point, until last year, each grade was their own group. And last year, to accommodate trying to have students be in both band and choir, we combined the 7th and 8th grade. And so this year's 8th graders have had a tough road along with the 7th graders. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about kind of what it took to get here. And it wasn't more than, I think it was 3 years ago now, that we were able to get back elementary band. And the first year it came back was not necessarily the most positive experience for all the students. And that year they brought it back for both the 4th and the 5th grade. And that's the two classes you're looking at now. And so the year after that, we hired our new elementary band director, who's done a fantastic job, and really set the program on an even keel. But these 8th graders come in, and that's their first experience with band, and they come into 6th grade. And that year we had to cut lessons here at the middle school so that we could accommodate the loss of study hall. And so Mr. Nelson and Mrs. Gold came over and taught 6th grade and 7th grade lessons. They'd be in 1st grade, 8th graders. And I've noticed that the 2 years that we do it, that the 7th graders are very chatty as 6th graders, but when they come into 7th grade and they're in the so it's been a tough thing. So now they make it through that, and now they're in their 8th grade year, and they still have to share their 8th grade year with the 7th graders, but they did it with such grace, and I'm really proud of them. I've never, they understood what it was like to be a 7th grader last year in a band with both groups, and I think they were extremely compassionate towards the 7th graders and made them feel very worse. But I get to see them still next year when we do mass band, and hopefully at middle school pep band night, come back and play. And I would really like to say that it's been a real pleasure and an honor to work with you. All right, so that's done. Now we made it through that, and I haven't cried yet, so we're doing good. Now the last thing we have to do tonight, the last order of business, is that many years ago now, there was a middle school band director by the name of Dale Middlestack, who worked here for many, many years. And about, I think it was 2001 or 2002, he passed away. And his family felt it was, they'd like somebody to honor his memory. And so they came up with the Dale Middlestack Award here at the middle school, where he spent many a year teaching. And the award doesn't necessarily go for the best player in the band. It goes for someone that works very hard, is willing to help out in situations where maybe somebody needs to copy some music or help me out with something, is a leader and all that kind of stuff, and all those things that encompass a musician, not just the best clarinet player or the best percussionist or whatever. So this year, it's been tough. And I give this speech every year, it's always tough to pick just two. And I can only pick two because that's all that fit on the plaque. I'd love to put about 8 or 10 or 25 or 38 of them on there, but I can only pick two. And so I'm going to give the two names of the people that have won the award this year, and I would ask you to please wait until I've said both names and give them both a little applause. And the two recipients of the Dale Middlestack Award this year are Crystal Lorenz, please stand, and Libby Marcus.
just as a fanfare type, parade type feel, and it's to honor the 4th of July parade that Annandale holds every year. So we're going to play Annandale Chronicles for you. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you do to help these students be here. And I'd like to just take 30 seconds, and if we can have all of you give all of them a round of applause for all the hard work they do. Because I know those practice charts don't get filled out on their own. It takes a parent that's willing to stand by their child and say, you need to do this tonight because you've made a commitment. And I appreciate that, and as you can see, it's well paid off. So thank you so much for coming tonight and supporting the music group here in the middle school. Before we start, I'd like to thank Dr. Strage and Mr. Gertz for all of their help throughout the years. This is Dr. Strage's last year here. She's going to be reassigned to being a curriculum developer and principal at Dr. Knight's School. You will be missed, and I want to thank you in front of everybody for all of your outstanding support of music here at the middle school. Here we are, Annandale Chronicles.